I think it started when I met a guy working at a university who programmed small little 50 centimeter high robots to be part of a robot football team, and I played around with them and started noticing I, as a human, suddenly project human emotions in this not at all human looking things. So I guess this was a starting point for a narrative. I wanted to find out how we deal with machines and how we start not looking at machines like it's a toaster, but like it has emotions or it's somehow comparable to humans. So I try to start in a quite genre typical narrative with a setting in the beginning, which is made of concrete. It's a lab you can see in quite some films, and there's a hard cut, and the scientist with the robot takes off on a mission in the nature, and we don't know where they are going or what exactly they are doing there, because the task for me was to leave this narrative, this genre typical narrative, and transform it into something else, into something that's more experienceable, more sensible, more, yeah, I wanted to shift the focus from the narrative questions to, I wanted the audience to look for the relationship of the human and the robot and how it changes, how we suddenly project feelings into this machine. Yeah. In the beginning, we wanted to shoot in the woods in Eastern Germany, but when the summer came closer and our shooting dates, there's something like a fire protection level in Eastern Germany, and it rises when the heat, certain circumstances, but it rose from 3 to 4, and from level 4 on, there's only 5 levels. You are not allowed to go with vehicles into the woods anymore because you can start a fire. So we could see it coming that we were not allowed to shoot in the woods. So we had to cancel the shooting, actually. And at that time, I split up with my girlfriend who started the project with me. So I went off to Iceland to get a clear head and have some vacations and whatever you do when you break up. Suddenly I find myself on Iceland location scouting because it's so amazing. So I myself put myself into this nature and felt the environment and the forces, and suddenly I was discovering all these nice spots, and I saw myself, yeah, well, it's so much better than Eastern Germany and only having woods, because it's changing all the time. The story is also about changing and how we don't have solid circumstances around us. On a quite personal layer for the protagonist, we are just following her and her emotional journey, but on the second layer is also reflecting on us humans. I think that's also what robots are for, because we build them along ideas. We think how we work, so they are also helping us to reflect how we work, how we should be, how we should behave. And yeah, the question about the universe, I think life is a constant journey of finding our place in the universe, and sometimes we feel it's very important and we have a task or a mission, and sometimes we feel totally alone and lonely. So there are both perspectives on it simultaneously, and that's what the robot also talks about. So Q is also a hint for the quantum mechanics, where you have a particle that has both states at the same time. So there's an analogy to life as well. So how we, if we feel quite important and or alone, if we feel connected or separate. some people tell me, okay, the robot died at the end. She left the scientist, or the scientist died. Or for me personally, it's a part of an integration, because the song before she wakes up again is like they merge, like they start singing and thinking with one soul. They merge into one being. If you have a relationship for quite long term, not this short, but like some years, and you break up, this partner is never leaving you completely. You somehow integrated parts of your partner into yourself. So depends on what experiences you made, how you see the ending, I guess.